Hello everybody, this is Grumpy Dave's Customs. We're getting set up for a paint job. I do not use this filter here. Some do, some don't. I don't. This is the gun that's been my go-to backup gun. Since the get-go here. I'm dripping the stuff out of the gun. Now my old gun here, is soaking because I plan to take it and make a primer only gun out of it and shoot the primer and mix it the way I used to do it. From trial and error. The hell? Got stuff laying everywhere. Oh, I know what that is. It's not being used because it's incorrect. Trying to stay hydrated here. Now, my trusty regulator and water filter. The other day I was painting. That fitting came loose, dropped my air pressure, and really was playing with my head a little bit on the spray pattern. Until I realized what was going on. Now, we got some activities here. It says clean gun immediately after every use. I did it before. And I like putting my solvents and stuff in small containers, even though I'll buy them in a large 1 gallon size. When your hands got gloves on it, it's so easy to drop one of them cans, knock stuff over, make a total mess out of your work area. I'm going to have to get a paper towel here. This is not the cup I'm using. I got the disposable cups with the filter in them. I'll bring one out in a minute. I'll have to run in the house and get it. So you have to bear with me. See that yellow shot right there that first came out? That was oil from the manufacturing process of making the gun, which would have been shot on your car, which would have fish-eyed your paint, since it would have been atomized and spread over a large area. That little drop will cover quite a bit of a mess. And used to work with a guy who is clean. He'd pour paint in the gun and go for it, and couldn't figure out why he was fighting fish eyes. First time I painted one, he sit back and watched me. I wished the gun out, and he told me I was wasting stuff. But I didn't have any fish eyes when I got done. So I told him, if you don't want fish eyes, do it your way. If you don't want fish eyes, have a bunch of work to do it my way. Now, this little apparatus this is just gun parts here. I was using it to test my lighting system. I was working in the house on it. So what I'm going to do is, you have to bear with me for a minute. I got to run in the house, grab a fitting, come right back out, and I got to get some air pressure so I can show you a test pattern. So bear with me one. I don't need 120 pounds of air to show you this. This is the cup system I'm using. Okay? This cup tells me what I need. I'll do this without damaging it. This is the disposable liner that you can see through. This whole surface is a screen to screen your paint. So there's no reason to have the little one that likes to clog right in the middle of your paint job. I haven't had one yet not to. Even after I run the paint through the paint filter thing, because I'll mix it and I'll pour it through the paper filter into here, and then this will pick it up from there. Now what happens is this snaps into that, see, tight. The lock ring goes on, so you don't slosh it around and knocking it off. You just, I don't know if I can get this off without having it on the gun. Yeah, I can. That's all conversion pieces needed. What did I do with the oh, it's up here. I'm trying to remember what I did with the end of the arrows. I kicked it under the front of the car so I wouldn't be stepping on that fitting here all the time. Nice pattern right there. Let's shoot it on the box so you can get a visual on it. pretty good. That's nice. Okay. Plus it blew air pressure through and got more oil out of it. So what we're going to do now is I will probably rebuild that gun there and use this cup on that gun. Just keep primer in it like we used to do. Shake it up, pull the trigger, and spray the primer on because you're sanding it off anyway. It goes clumpy. Use the old cup for the cleanup. So what I'm going to do, other than the fact this stuff smells awful and I don't have the exhaust fans on, take this off. I'm not saying you can't use it. If you want to use that little filter there, it drops right down in there. Then you screw your cup on. But what I'm going to do is I'm screwing this on. I got a handful of and I best put a wrench on that. Don't want any surprises tomorrow and I forget not to tighten it. And right in the middle of the paint job, it decides to slobber and burp everywhere. Okay, come on now. I'm telling you, I am not doing good today. One of these I gotta break down and get wrench organizers in my drawer. 17. There he goes. This is a $17 Harbor Freight gun. You saw the pattern it shot. It'll be a nice pattern on the car. Line this up. Press it on, twist lock it. Then you're ready to paint. Turn it upside down. It's a little tighter. It's got to make a good fitting here. For that. Now comes my, I don't want that, I want this. Hockey tape. Got to use hockey tape on every car. You put the crap on, it stays where you put it. Okay? I'll wrinkle the edge so it's easy to find. It comes right across the bottom here. And someone said, "What are you doing that for?" Just hang on. I don't want the tape over sticking the end here because I got to open this up and clean it. Now, my little wonderbar. It's in place, okay? This is where it gets a little dicey. I got to get the right exact screwdriver. putting together a Frankenstein here. I gotta get some new screwdrivers. Mine are getting all ate up. Now, this set screw. Yeah, remember it's plastic. You don't want to shower down on it. But when you got plastic against metal, it wants to slide. It won't slide on that sticky hockey tape. Come on. Okay. You mix your paint. You put that on, right? You go about 33 degrees here. Set this screw. If you don't, it will wiggle and walk on you. So you're all dressed out. I'm not going to lock it on. I'll just, okay. That's what I'm doing. This will give me a visual for the distance I need to be, so I know what size it has to be. I just keep the circle that size. Watch my overlap and my distance at the same time, and it'll show me the thickness and the consistency I'm putting on the car. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring the charger right here tonight and put this on a charger. So you can go straight out or angle. I got a double loop on it here. See? That inner circle. The larger one will show me the width of the spray. This will show me the distance and the amount of product I'm putting on. $17 gun. This was $22 at Temu, and I think I paid $14.81, I think it is, for a box of these. And then you got this little $7.81. I got it on Temu. Everything I've always ends in one, I guess, almost. For that fitting to convert it from the regular style cup to this cup. Now the beauty of it is I can come over here and say I want to go to a, I've shot 1-to-1. That truck's 1-to-1. I think I'm going to go to 2-to-1 to 1. Or maybe even a 3-to-1 to 1. I got to do a last minute paint test and a pattern test to see how the product is going on. I don't want the product too thick, so we're going to spray a tack coat on and let it get fully tacked up, because in my experience, if I got a tack coat on, probably this way I was taught, the paint is less likely to run if you keep the gun moving and do it light thin coats. So that's the mentality we're going to be using. So if I go 2-to-1 to 1, I'll come over here and I'll hit 5 paint, 5 reducer, 5 on the hardener. And I can pre-mix all my paint, except I can only put the hardener in, the catalyst, about 3 minutes before I spray. You don't want it just sitting in your paint. And remember, when you're done, you can't pour any paint left over back into the can. That hardener will thicken it up and contaminate your whole can of product. I got a partial can. I did that too, having a brain fart. And I've been running it through running it through the filter to get all the clumpy stuff from the hardener trying to set up in the paint to get enough of the product. And I use it for base coats and cleaning up. It's not just going to throw it away. That's not my way of doing things. So basically, that's the way I'll do it. And technically, the only thing I have to do is change this ring and snap it back on the gun, because I can show you. I'm learning with this system. I can drop a new cup in there, another filter top, if I want to, put the ring back on it, twist lock, pop it, lock it, turn the gun upright, and it's good to go. That's my gun, people. That is what I intend to do. I've seen people tell you to go, it should be your thumb to your little finger. I know people said it should be your distance of your fist, but it's going to be a thumb to my finger due to the fact that I'm throwing down a good 10-inch pattern. And I want to get this battery charged because I don't have spares. This is a rechargeable battery to make sure it'll last for the whole paint job. So we'll come in, mix up the first cup, and we'll tack it up to see how the paint's responding to the metal. And if we need to change the mix, we will do it. While this coat's tacking up, we'll mix enough of it up. I use 12-ounce drink cups with lids. I'll put a piece of tape over the straw slit. And there we go. Tomorrow she's going in paint. Tonight I will come out and I'll do some sanding and get her knocked down. I really can't do much right now because I gotta go in and get cleaned up. We are going down to look at a house in the country. My wife thinks it might be better if we move out in the country for what I'm trying to build and do, since the city here is getting on their soapbox about junk cars and anything else they can do to distract you from the fact that they're selling the city down the tubes to the developers. And I don't want to get in one of their shit shows. So this is what we're doing. That's the gun we're using. We'll get the body prepped, and I'll probably try and set the camera up when everything's up and running. You just have to put up with the twin fans and the compressor running, and you can watch me put it down with the new gun system. So $17. I'll just say $8 rounded off. These were $8.41 on sale at Temu. The light was $22 or $23. This came with the other gun. You pay $29 for a gun, you get one of these, and I had moisture filters. And later I'm gonna look them up. I've got a box of these here somewhere. I like to have a fresh one on the gun, and we will see, because I'm gonna have to fire the compressor up, blow the tank, blow air through the lines, and try to get extra moisture out, and go for it. It's not going to get done if I don't pull the trigger and get it finished. And then I'm stuck for a week. And what we'll do is, like I'm saying, we're just going to clean the bench, organize stuff. We're going to order parts. The mirrors will be here Monday. I got to order the moldings and stuff, because this whole car goes together like a puzzle, especially when it comes to the doors and the dash. And so what I'm going to do is start taking apart the donor car out there, putting all the little nuts and bolts and screws in a separate container. I already got one here somewhere if I can remember where I put it. I want to use that console in the lower dash section out of that car. It's in better shape than mine. And I'm using my dashboard, which is in the front seat of Billy for protection so it didn't get mangled in here. Because I got to get it cleaned up. And then my son's got to come in, okay, and figure out the wiring on it. So I got to take all the gauges out, clean the dashboard, repair the padding, treat it, spray it, install everything in it, lay it on a bunch of towels so it's soft, have him come in and do his wiring on the back of it. He's installing plugs on it. And then after we get the dashboard and everything in, and then the vent plate and the windshield, it's got got a bar that comes down, locks into here to hold that windshield down tight against the body because the hard top is bolting down to it. I got to get the window in first before the vent window can go in because these two have to meet up. This is slotted to adjust. This is not. When this goes in, it's in its keeper position. So everything I'm going to be doing on this car, I'm going to go out there and take the parts off of it, and I'm going to steal new bolts for the windshield here. And what else I got to do? I got a whole list of parts here that I got to go out there and finish robbing off of the, see, I got the coil, I got the radiator. The hood molding's no good. Trunk molding is no good. The door moldings are no good. Top, dash, console, headlight buckets, tail lights, doors. I'm almost to the point that I can call my buddy up, have him send his rollback over, and I'll give it to him, hand him the title to get it off the driveway. For 2 reasons. I need a place to put the Packard in 2 weeks, so I got a week to get it ready and get it out of here and get the driveway washed and cleaned. Because the Packard comes in, Mama already said I'm not allowed to touch it. She wants a tarp on it. She wants it strapped down. And until this car's 100% and some other projects that she wants done, I'm not allowed to start that one because you'll just get focused on it and that's all you'll get done. And I don't know why she thinks that way because I probably have done that so many times. Like, subscribe, hang in there. Get your build on. It's not a storage bench. Go out there and get the stuff off of it and start doing something to it. Have a blessed day.